Hello and welcome to FX Addicts Weekly Market Analysis. This is Tim, the Currency Professor, and today is Friday, December 27th, 2013, the last Friday of the year, and quite a wild day it was in the currency markets. We'll get to all the action here in just a minute. Fundamentally, we had some news reports out today. Out of Japan, retail sales up 4%. That's quite a bit more than the 2.9 that was expected. And also the national core CPI up 1.2%. That's slightly better than the 1.1 that was expected. Now, those are the numbers that really everyone was looking for. And while they were above expectations, they're still kind of disappointing. Still looking for some more robust numbers. Obviously, the CPI needs to get up around that 2% that the Bank of Japan is looking for, and it's not happening. So some disappointment there. And then next week, or I'm sorry, also today, ECU Council Member Weidman made some comments this morning in Europe about keeping interest rates low could endanger political reforms throughout Europe. And well, that was just a signal for the euro to take off. So we'll get to all that in a minute here and go through all that. Next week, very, very quiet week on the slate because of the holidays. Pretty much everybody is closed on Tuesday and Wednesday. Pretty much all the banks. Monday, we do have U.S. pending home sales, which are expected to show a positive number, 1.1%. And then on Tuesday, the Case-Shiller price index, 13.4% is expected. Also, the Conference Board's consumer confidence number, which is expected to be 76.5. That's better than the 70.4 from last month, so we'll see exactly how that comes in. Later in the week on Thursday, we get some PMI numbers out of Europe and China and the US, and then on Friday we do have total vehicle sales out of the US. Otherwise, there really isn't much to speak of next week. So let's look at some of the technicals here. Here is the euro US dollar. You can see we're up about 62 right now. We were up about 150, 160 pips earlier. So off of that comment there from the ECB council member, and really ran up quite a bit. As a matter of fact, too much. Hit a bunch of stops up there above the highs and then came right back down. So very thin trading, of course. This is what happens, but nonetheless, it's still an indication that we've probably now put in the highs here as we've cleaned everybody out of there, and then we'll probably end up moving lower. Now on the weeklies, we can see we're going to end this week still on a positive note, but just barely, and we got this huge tail now. And on the monthlies also, we only have essentially 2 trading sessions left in the month, so we'll see how we actually close for the month, but it does not look positive at this point. Yes, we will be up for the month, but it may be a signal of a turnaround here. So again, today's action very detrimental to the market. Pound dollar, also same kind of situation here, ran up quite a bit. We're up 67 right now. We were up over 100 earlier and hit a bunch of stops and now have come back down. So now we got this big tail sitting up there. Very good indication we're probably topping out. Jumping out to the weeklies, we can see here this is we are going to close the week at a new high here, so this is positive, and it does look positive that we could keep going. We're well above this trend line that we've been bouncing above for the last few weeks and then closing below. So this week we are closing decisively above it. That is a positive sign. On the monthlies, though, we are grinding higher and higher, and the monthly ranges are getting smaller and smaller. So that's not a good sign. So technically, on the longer term, it doesn't look good as well as on the dailies. So see how it actually finishes out the month here, but right now it's not really a great sign. US dollar against the Swiss franc, same kind of scenario as with the euro US dollar, only in the complete opposite. Ran all the way down, cleaned out pretty much all the stops that were down there. We're down now only 50 pips. We were down about 150 at one point, and have since come roaring back here. So it really does look more like a positive type of a move here than anything else. And on the weeklies also, we got a good tail going here to the downside, so again, very positive and looking like it's going to be a turnaround. And on the monthlies, well, we are going to close out the month negative if we stay in this area, and we would end up with a little bit of a tail down here. So all in all, still looking like we're probably going to turn around. Ranges are still fairly small for monthlies, so really we need to close up above the second trend line, which is now at 98. So if we could close at 100 or higher, this market could really start a new long-term multi-year trend, because this trend line goes back 4 decades here. US dollar against Japanese yen, another new high today, up 33, 105.14 right now, and pushing new highs. Looks very strong. Still does not look like it's going to back off at all. Maybe a couple of hundred pips, but otherwise still go. And on the weekly, still looks very strong. Every week we keep making new highs. Looks very positive. Same on the monthlies now. We're going to end this month out and another new high. Looks very good long term. Looks like we're going to step up now to that 120, 125 area. And once we get up in there, then we'll see some consolidation. Euro Swiss, very much same kind of situation as with the dollar Swiss and the euro dollar, coming right back here, went way down, and now we're down about 20 pips. We were down about 45 earlier, so coming back quite a bit, and looking still very strong. Longer term here, we still think this market's going to go way up, 126, 127, and we know how this can react. It can do it very, very quickly. Euro yen, a little bit different scenario here, still up about 100 pips, but well off of its highs because of the weakness of the euro coming back, but the weakness in the yen keeping it well buoyed here and still moving higher. Now we look out further and we can see how we're very much in a very strong uptrend here, and we keep moving up. It is the strength of the euro that's been supporting it here, going higher, as well as the weakness in the yen. So if we get some weakness out of the euro, this could stagnate. We could see this run up to the 148, 150 area before we do have any kind of a meaningful correction. So we're well past the 138 level that we had targeted, and looks like it's just going to keep continuing to move higher to that 148 to 150 area. We get up into there, then we could probably have a pretty decent correction and retracement. US dollar against Canadian, very nice move today, up 63, 107.12, very, very close to new highs here. This market just continues to show some great strength and some very, very good potential. Here on the dailies, we can see how we get up, we make new highs, and a lot of sellers come in there. That's a great sign, because that usually means this market's going to go considerably higher. Jumping out to like a weekly, so we can see here we're closing at the highest week, going all the way back to 2009. So very, very strong now. We've had this momentum starting to build, this kind of curvature going into the every week, and building and building and building, and here we are now breaking out. Same kind of thing. We can see it a little more here, this curvature in the momentum. On the monthlies, looks very, very strong. This is the highest monthly close now that we'll have, going all the way back to 2009 as well. So looks very, very good. Looks like we'll probably run up to around the 116, 117 area, maybe back off a little bit, and then have a good run up to about 130. Very, very good potential here for a short, long-term play, however you want to look at it. But we could do this very, very quickly in that market. Australian dollar against the U.S. down again today, down about 30 pips. We did run up a little bit earlier in the week, and then have since started falling off. But again, this market very, very weak. Anytime we do have any kind of rally, should be sold, and this is certainly not anything different in this latest little rally. Looking out on the weeklies, this is the lowest weekly close now that we've had since back in 2010, and does not look like it's going to stop. We've got now 2, 4, 6, 8, about 10 weeks in a row down, but it really doesn't look like it's going to stop at all. And if we jump out here to the monthlies, we can see how we're going to end up the month at the lowest level that we've seen in a long time. And very good potential here to sell off again next month and probably get down to that lower 80 area. So a lot of potential here for some continued selling. Any type of rallies really should be sold. That is it for this week and for this year. Please, if you're not a member of FX Addicts, please stop on by. We do offer a 7-day free trial. And if you have questions about currencies or interest rates, by all means, feel free to contact me, Tim at fxaddicts.com. Be more than happy to discuss anything with you about currencies, interest rates, trading, anything like that. So have a very good new year, and thanks for tuning in.